It's absolutely disgusting, and it's not going to.
What did we do?
This
is a very serious comment. What did we do to deserve 2 planes going into the Twin Towers? What did we do to have our economy trampled over? What did we do? What did we do?
Great question. We armed and offered structural and material support to the same fighters that ended up branching off.
Across this world, are you going to let me? Places.
Oh, so then it's okay.
We've done that.
Oh, so then it's okay.
We've done that.
The woke streamer Hasan seems like he loves to get absolutely embarrassed on live television, and it's happening once again here. This time, Hasan goes on to this show and gets embarrassed once again for his woke talking points and gets his entire worldview shattered. The craziest part to me is that I refuse to believe that these people are this stupid. I don't think you're able to build an audience as large as Hasan by absolute dumb luck, by absolute idiot luck, or at least, you know, maybe Hasan did. Maybe every once in a while one of these streamers do, but not every single one of them are this stupid. There's no chance that Hasan sells tax the rich merchandise, shirts, and uses that money to buy a mansion, multi-million-dollar mansion in Malibu. There's no way that you're stupid and you scam your audience like that. This guy has to become some kind of smart. The craziest part to me about this whole thing is not the fact that he's so stupid that he gets destroyed on these shows. It's the fact that he gets destroyed on these shows over and over again and still has that smug look, knowing that his audience doesn't care. They're so stupid, they're just going to make him rich anyway. Let's get into this clip here where this guy, Gianno Caldwell, never even heard of him, absolutely destroys Hasan Piker on live TV.
Talking about 9/11, saying that Americans deserved 9/11. This was something you said on a Twitch stream that was very long, had a lot of other stuff in it. You deleted it and said that that was probably not the best way of saying that. You also made a comment about Dan Crenshaw, the Republican congressman who had an eye injury in war, and said that that was not well delivered, sort of a poor attempt at humor. Anything else you want to add on that?
Yeah, certainly. Well, first of all, I said America, not Americans, and I still stand, like, I don't believe that any civilian deserves to die. Obviously, I'm anti-war. That was precisely what we were talking about on my Twitch stream at the time. It was a 6-hour broadcast, and that was a 10-second clip. And unfortunately, if they had shown the preceding 10 seconds right after that, the context would be rather clear. It was that I was criticizing American foreign policy and the kind of jingoistic attitude that Dan Crenshaw was repeating that justifies endless war, that has led to nearly 7,000 brave young men and women to be sent overseas and only return in caskets. I think that's abhorrent. I think that's disgusting. I don't think that I mean, my style is not very civil. I think civility is unimportant. And I think doing what's morally right is what's important. And speaking truth to power is what's important.
So truth to power is saying that America deserved 9/11. We're Americans. We live in America. This impacted many families, people that I know personally. And for you to say something like that, and I recognize the fact that your uncle gave you an opportunity.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
You didn't have a lot of life experience or policy experience. So you came on as a junior analyst and you began to pontificate on things that you may not know much about, but it was so disheartening to see that. And your follow-up the next day was just really ridiculous. You should just say, I apologize for it and leave it there. There's a lot of people hurting.
What do you
from
think
that.
is worst? The actual substance of what I was trying to say, which is that America's foreign policy is it led to awful consequences, 9/11 being one of them. And this isn't like a matter up for debate or discussion.
You can say that, and that's fine.
Hold on.
You can say that, that's fine.
Is that worse, or continuously arming Saudi Arabia and voting to continuously arm and fund Saudi Arabia, and some of those weapons do end up in the hands of Al-Qaeda. Which one's worse, you think? My statement that got taken out of context and it's obvious that I don't mean that. Obviously, 9/11 is devastating.
Well, I'm sure wait, what? Why don't you just go back on it if you don't mean it? But also, I can't believe you just said that. But also, if Gianno here was sitting across from someone who actually had the power to fund Saudi Arabia, maybe he would be having that conversation with that person and saying, hey man, can we stop funding Saudi Arabia? But he's not. He's sitting next to Hasan Piker, who made the comment about 9/11, which is what the person who was hosting this television show brought up. He's not talking about the funding of Saudi Arabia. He's trying to address what you said because that's who he has in front of him. But also, if he didn't mean what he said, why not just go back on it and admit that it was a stupid statement? He's not going to do that, though, because his audience loves statements like that. That's the audience that he has cultivated. Hasan now has an audience of people who absolutely hate America, and they probably absolutely loved it and gave him a ton of money whenever he said America deserved 9/11, which is a disgusting statement, man. Like, that's horrible, man. That's absolutely, like, I can't even, that's wild.
Stating, if I am criticizing Al Qaeda for the senseless terror that they've caused, which was the immediate follow-up to that.
Your statement is equivalent to that of someone in ISIS would say. A terrorist sympathizer. No BS. Legitimately speaking, like when we have these discussions. No, I'm so serious. I'm having a real conversation.
Okay, do you think a terrorist sympathizer would be upset?
Politics. This is beyond politics.
You think a terrorist sympathizer would
Your
be
words
upset that we're
matter.
funding
Your
the
words
terrorists?
matter. And you hurt a lot of people with those statements. And now you're trying to explain it away and say, well, the substance of what I said. No, apologize for it. Full stop. I apologize. What I said was wrong and leave it there. Why would you ever? Why would you ever? We're Americans.
Because I'm not going to back down from the manipulated, calculated moral outrage cycle that was created exclusively by the right wing, and I'm not going to back down from.
Right. Your uncle himself said that he found your comments deplorable.
I don't care. We have different. We have differences in opinion.
That's just like saying, like, oh, people sell. They have illegal guns in Chicago, and the folks in Chicago, the black people, deserve to die. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, all right.
We're Americans. We should never be in this type of position. This is a serious statement. This is beyond politics. I don't care about your politics or mine. We're Americans. People came together during 9/11. A lot of people.
Yeah, you know
we were one.
You know what?
It didn't matter about color.
You know
we
what
were
we
one.
did? I know. You know what we did in the aftermath of that? You know what we did? We justified endless war by using and politicizing 9/11 as a tragedy. That is something that I've written about extensively. It's absolutely disgusting, and it's not going to.
What did we do?
Back down.
This is a very serious
statement.
comment. What did we do to deserve 2 planes going into the Twin Towers? What did we do to have our economy trampled over? What did we do? What did we do?
Great question. We armed and offered structural and material support to the same fighters that ended up branching off.
Across this world in numerous places.
Oh, so then it's okay.
We've done that.
Oh, so then it's okay.
We've done that.
Oh, it's fine when we arm the Contras. It's fine when the Mazote massacre happens in Latin America.
America never deserved it, and you should apologize.
Do you think, all right, guys, do you think 500,000 Iraqi civilians deserve to die? No, it's the same concept.
I'm an American, and I'm proud of it.
Okay, guys, let's stop. All right. Everybody made their point. Okay, we're gonna move on to something else, which I'm sure you guys will agree with as well.
Yeah, the guys. Hasan's lucky that this guy came in to save him right here, because he was getting absolutely cooked. I don't care how much you disagree. Like, God, I am super critical of the American government. Like, every video, basically, I talk about how corrupt the government is and how every politician is bought out by foreign entities. And 100%, I don't know who did 9/11. Okay, I don't know. I've watched a lot of documentaries on it, but we're not supposed to talk about it. You know, who actually did it. So we don't have to talk about that right here. But regardless of who actually executed it, America 100% did take advantage of it and try to use it to, get them to be able to go into more wars, be able to do things, take the American tax dollars and do things that they wanted to do even before 9/11. So whoever did it, it's regardless. Hasan is correct. They did use that opportunity to do things that they always wanted to do. I don't care, though. Like, you can't say things like America deserved 9/11, dude. There was innocent people in those buildings. Like, not everybody who died in 9/11 was part of the United States government who was calling these shots, making these decisions. You can't say things like that, man. You just can't. I don't care how mad you are at America. I don't care how much money your audience gives you for saying stuff like that. It's unacceptable. And it should be unacceptable for his audience, but like I said earlier, they actually absolutely love this stuff whenever Hasan says stuff like this, and they don't care how many times he gets embarrassed like this on live television. They're always going to give him money. They're always going to support him because he says stuff like that, because they absolutely hate America, and so does Hasan. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this whole Hasan Piker versus this guy, Gianno Caldwell. Never heard of him before, but he did a great job here on this show. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Hasan Piker getting embarrassed for these disgusting statements once again on live television.